What's up, cast and crew? Welcome back to Tyler's Theater. So, as you can see, I'm not really awake right now, but I actually was not expecting this trailer to drop today. To be honest, I completely forgot that this movie was being made. Um, but we are reacting today to the live action Moana. Looks like it's just a teaser, so it's going to be a short one. It's about a minute long. But let's just go ahead and jump right into this. And full thoughts, reviews, all that stuff will come right after. So let's just go ahead and adjust this.
I am a girl who loves my island, and the girl who loves the sea. It calls me.
Who's singing? Is that... That looks nice. Okay. Okay. So, my thoughts. First Moana, animated version. Loved it. Loved it. I think it's one of Disney's best animated movies. Being Hawaiian, my heritage, I always love seeing it. Moana 2. Garbage. I did not like it. I was actually surprised that something that bad came from something that good. That movie gave me the biggest headache. It was one of the only movies where I almost walked out of the theater, which doesn't happen a lot. Usually I can watch a movie all the way through no matter how bad it is, and that movie, I was getting anxiety in the theater, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, the music in this and the everything was just all over the place. But we leave that in the past. So this movie, when I first what the heck? When I first heard that this movie was coming out, my first initial thought and reaction was, why? Because they announced this like right when Moana 2 was coming out too. So we had like Moana 2, all the marketing and media was pushing that out, and then like we got word that this movie was being made. We saw leaked photos with the actress and with The Rock, and I just remember like why are they releasing a live action movie so early? I feel like the concept of a live action worked before because they were doing movies that were like what 90s, 80s. So it kind of had that like nostalgia feel, like, oh, we're taking an old movie now and we're seeing it in live action. Whereas Moana, it's still pretty fresh-ish, especially when the second one came out. So I was like, why are they making it? And to be honest, Disney with the live actions, Sorry, that was some car outside. But anyway, Disney with the live actions. At this point, guys, you guys know where my thoughts are with it. I'm open to it, but at the same time, I'm kind of sick of it. I think some of the live actions have worked in the past, but for the most part, I'm just not huge on it. I feel like I haven't seen a Disney like original film that really was so good in like a really long time. I'm kind of tired of the same cycle of live action, live action, live action, and then some movies that are just kind of meh from Disney. So my feelings towards this, my emotions to this trailer, my hype is not really there. I got to be honest, I'm not really excited. I think it looks good. I'll save the positives later. But I'm just not excited. And maybe if you showed this to me a little more down the road and, live actions were working, I would be pumped. Because now to talk about the good things, I think it looks good. Effects look good. Um, the music sounds good. I don't know if that same actress from the cartoon Moana is singing. It sounds like her, but I don't know why they would do that when they have a girl, like a live action girl. Um, I think this girl's one of her first movies. I think she's like debuting. Um, there's not much in the trailer that really shows me her acting ability. Um, I'm sure she'll be good, but from this teaser, it doesn't really give me anything to react off of. The Rock, same thing, man. Like, The Rock took risks in Smashing Machine. I give him kudos for trying something new that, as an audience, we're not used to seeing him do and really testing his acting. But by doing this, I don't see how this is going to be different than the cartoon, right? Like, I don't want to see another, and I've said this in some of my older previous videos, I don't want to see another version of it, like if I've seen it already. It can be boring. I'm not going to lie. It might be boring because, like, not to get back into this, but we've seen this movie, we've seen the cartoon, right? And if it's the same thing just in live action, sure, it may look good and it may be fun in the theater, but at the end of the day, you're gonna just walk out feeling like, okay, nah, like, was that really worth it? Like, you know what I mean? And in a time where a lot of people just aren't going to the theaters anymore, which is really unfortunate. I don't know how many people this is gonna pull in. I think the main audience is gonna be parents and obviously their kids. Obviously, it's a Disney movie. Um, but the hype is just not there for this, and that's kind of the main focus for me. But that's really all I have to say about this. I'll continue to look for the official trailers to come and keep my thoughts updated. Maybe it'll prove me wrong. Maybe I'll get excited in the next one. But yeah, that is going to be a wrap on this video. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.